EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Two 1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in Week 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Well, this defense for the Colts, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win. Give them a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and just a yard. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Young takes it on the sneak. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th.
That wound up backfiring. Instead of handing it to your workhorse fullback or running back, they went quarterback sneak, and now they have to punt it away.
They'll go. Achane. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Powers through. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They run once more with Taylor. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 9, 2nd and 5. And they'll go to the air now with Richardson. Escaping. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Now, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
The kick by Elliott is good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Now they're coming off a fourth down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on fourth down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. A play fake. Now Young. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 37 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. Now here's Young. Touchdown! C.J. Uzomah. His first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Moody good with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. Escapes the defender. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, Richardson sliding out of the pocket. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Possibly a good spot here to take a shot as they come out with 3 receivers to the left on 2nd and less than a yard. Achane here, they stay on the ground. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Here we go.
Achane on the counter. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Now a 2nd and 2. A run straight ahead with Achane. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Let's go now. 79 Broncos.
Young. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. They'll run. Achane. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. To throw, Young. And that is incomplete.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Young to throw on 4th. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Tyler Higbee from a yard out. And the Steelers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Moody good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he is going to lose yardage here. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. Here's Richardson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Now Achane on 1st and 10. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a 1st down. Up the middle, Achane. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a gain of a couple there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Out of the gun, it's Young. Touchdown! Michael Thomas, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are able to widen their advantage. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Here's the Steelers' kick team as they'll boot this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio.
Brandon Cooks. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Brandon Cooks, 72 yards. And the Colts are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown On their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A give left side. Here's Achane. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
That one behind his receiver and incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. Well, not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down. Here's Richardson to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Now, I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Steelers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Off the play fake, Young rolling to his right. And this one incomplete, threw it down at the feet of his receiver. You got a young quarterback, you know, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Flushed out right. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted.
He's been having a good day so far, but I think he got a little overzealous on that one. Still young in this league. Has to learn to try not to do too much on an individual play because, as we all know, sometimes less is more. And throwing away is preferable to making the big mistake.
Richardson under pressure, and down he goes. Tui Pelotu got in and dropped him.
Well, at least it wasn't a turnover like the last drive. You'd think they'd make an adjustment and be ready to make up for that turnover. Instead, just another big play for the defense on that snap.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now Richardson. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
Let's go now.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. He'll buy some time right. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Richardson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Richardson looking to throw this. They'll roll him out right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Young. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ballgame as it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Colts are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And Charles, some things to like about that first half. Ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come out, continue to throw the ball effectively.
And Taylor going to pick up the Colts first down as he'll be brought down at the 38-yard line. Again, it's Taylor. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 40 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. A little short pass. This is Everett. Only able to gain a couple there. And it's second down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
They'll run the toss here with Taylor. Shift, breaks the tackle. Now Allen. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. First carry for James Conner. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Here's second and 7. Play action. Now Richardson. Flush to his right. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now it's Richardson. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Young now. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Running left, Achane. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 6. Young off the play fake. He'll dump this off to Achane. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field. I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Back to the ground, Achane. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Here is Young. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. And his kick is indeed good, and that'll push the lead up to 8. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on 2nd down. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And maybe shades in the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again. Richardson to throw off play action. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Big strides, look at him go. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 54 yards.
And normally when you think about huge field flipping plays like this, it's that shifty slot receiver, that burner on the outside. Not here. That's a tight end doing work down the field. Where's the oxygen mask? He's going to need it after that one. A big, big play.
Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Seven yards left for 2nd down. Ball at the 10. In motion right is Pittman. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
It's not a big football.
First and goal, a touchdown and a two-point conversion here are musts. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Okay, ready?
Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. Richardson working from the gun. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Anthony Richardson. His 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Colts have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the fourth. Elliott on for the extra point. And this is now a 1-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, which to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
Throw caught by Achane. And out across midfield down to the 45. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Throwing, Young. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late, and that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
This is a perfect example of what separates the elite quarterbacks. Has his man open, way too anxious, ends up firing it in there with way too much zip on it. The great ones, they know how to relax and put the appropriate velocity on the football.
Young to throw it. And that will be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now. But he was fortunate on that one, not to have another turnover on his ledger.
It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead. Big stop from a guy who can bring a big hit, Nick Bolton. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. It's a jet sweep. This is Pittman. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Richardson looking to throw. Sliding out of the... And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Larry Ogunjobi able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
They'll swing this out wide. Here's H.M. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Another try, 2nd and 10 now. It's a jet sweep. This is Pittman. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. A beautiful fake. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Short gain last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's Richardson. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. Richardson to throw it. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Well, they'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. To the right side, this is Taylor. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So a big kick coming now for Jake Elliott. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And this kick is not gonna get there. It's short and no good. But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
Here comes 2nd down. Rolling to his right. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes the correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the first down with his legs instead.
And his kick here is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year, but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. One last shot for Young. He's got to complete to Waddle. Down the right sideline. And he's in! Are you kidding me?
How do you get that up?
One of the most improbable ways to finish a game, and they do win it on the final play. This one is going to sting for a while. I mean, how do you let that happen defensively?
One stop.
I know that it's easy to say that from the booth, but
it is.
How do you let that happen, partner?
That's one of those where sometimes you get overzealous on defense, get out of your lanes, don't take care of your assignments. But let's just go ahead and focus on the offensive guy. Look what they got done.
Yeah.
They needed to make one play themselves, and they did it.
Yeah, that's the reverse side. It was a heck of a play.